Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to get on here real quick and give you guys a little update. Things have been going fairly decent since a couple weeks ago. It's been a while since I've posted any videos and I just needed that time to recharge and get better. I had zero energy when it came to wanting to do anything, let alone post any type of video. So it was a much needed little break. I'm slowly getting better. It takes my body longer than the normal person after any surgery for me to feel whatever it is that is normal. I never feel normal to begin with, but my normal is at least functioning, and that's not what I felt like I was doing. So a couple weeks ago, I was in the hospital again for just excessive vomiting, not keeping anything down. It was miserable. I know I was severely dehydrated because all I wanted to do was sleep. And, when you're constantly throwing up, it's miserable. With my pregnancies, I had severe hyperemesis where I was lethargic, hospitalized, feeding tubes. I've had PICC lines. And this was years and years ago. This is exactly how it felt with this sickness. And it was horrible because the only difference is I'm not going to get a baby at the end of this. So I was very aggravated that I was going through all of this. Oh yeah, I know you all probably see my cup. Isn't it cute? It says cure scleroderma. Then there's a quote on the back. It says, I can do everything through him who gives me strength. And then my name with my favorite flower, sunflower. My sister, Jill, makes cups, and she has a page, and I will link her cup business below, and she does custom tumblers. So if anyone's ever interested in a gift, I highly recommend it. Birthdays, anniversaries, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, any holiday, she can do anything you want as long as it's not probably too crazy. So I will link her Facebook page below, and they are very cheap and reasonable. So check her out. Anyway, so like I was saying, the sickness was very, very, very miserable. It felt like I was dying. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's just something that I haven't experienced in a long time. So I struggled really bad. I didn't see a positive with this weight loss surgery in the beginning. And you hear that a lot. I was in support groups, and it is very, to me, I think everyone should find a support group after having this type of surgery. So you can talk about what you're going through with a group of people that can relate to you, and you're not alone in whatever it is that you're going through. Sorry, had to yell at my dogs for being jerks in the background. So I was on these support groups getting, people telling me, oh, I've been there, I've also, gone through this, you're not alone, it was great. But then these support groups also it was like mind-blowing to me with how unsupportive a support group could really be. Not really with me, but anytime you see certain people post something and they're not asking for opinions, they're just venting. And you get some people on there that aren't really there for a certain reason. That's my dog drinking water. Okay, she's done slurping down her water. The only time anything happens is like the second I have to come and do something. My kids aren't here, but yet the 3 dogs are really taking their place. It's kind of like having kids because they're perfectly content when you're not busy. The second you're on the phone or doing a video like I'm doing, they act crazy. So let's see if I can get through this video without any more interruptions. So like I was saying, the support group ended up not being the type of support group that I wanted because there was a lot of hateful trolls commenting, and I don't understand why people would join a support group for something that they're really not supportive of. Um, you don't have to comment, you don't have to be hateful, but yet people live for that, and it's really sad. So when I went to my specialist, and I had my surgery out at Mayo here in Jacksonville, Florida. Best place for me, in my opinion, to have it. They have a great team and a great, class. Everything before your surgery, it's great. You don't leave there without knowing what you're supposed to do. You have a binder full of information to take home with you and study. And if you have any questions, you can ask them at any time. They give you numbers for various people to talk to. So that to me is like what you need if you're having this surgery. You want to be able to get a hold of somebody at any time if you need it. So I was found out at my 1 month checkup that they have a bariatric support group that is hidden on Facebook, and you can only join it as if they request you to join. So I was like, okay, and it's only for those that had it here locally. So that was something that I liked. So I got to join them, left those other support groups because to me they really weren't supportive. They were just that typical were support groups, but with a side of hate. And I don't want that. So I never really posted there because I didn't want people jumping all over me and trying to tell me how I need to do things, how you should do this. I don't need like constructive criticism. I know what I'm doing. I'm just venting my frustrations. So this support group's been great. I've had people reach out and, tell me I've gone through the same thing. There have been people that have had this surgery years and years ago, and they're still on the support group to be supportive for new people like me that's just having it and don't see the light yet with this surgery. Slowly, I am seeing positives because, as you can see, and I'm trying not to flash people, and I don't have a bra on, so sorry, but this shirt used to not fit me. I used to not even be able to fit in certain clothes. The pajama pants that I am wearing, I have not worn in years because they were too tight, and because of my fibromyalgia, never wanted to wear them because anything with elastic and too tight on my hips and can dig in feels like you're stabbing me. That's just how bad the pain is with my fibromyalgia. So it's really neat to see clothes not fitting me or fitting me finally. I have various sizes in my closet because I've tried so many diets throughout the years that I always held out hope that I would succeed in certain diets, and that wasn't able to happen for me. So yeah, I'm lucky I hung onto those because I'm glad that I kept those because soon I'm going to need new clothes. And that's one thing that we're doing is we're decluttering so much here at our house. It's going to be crazy. But anyway, back to this weight loss. So I weighed myself this morning and I'm like this close to being 195. So about tomorrow I'll probably be like 195.6 or 7 or something like that. But it's crazy that I'm in the 100s. I haven't seen it. I've been so excited every time I weigh myself. I do weigh myself every day because I like to see if I'm fluctuating. And I haven't been stuck that much at any spot. So I do see like a slow decline, which is good. I do still struggle with getting all my protein in every day, but I have this protein powder, which I will show you. Okay, had to go get it. So I have this protein powder, and it's 110 calories. You do 1 scoop, and it's 24 or 25 grams of protein. It's flavorless, so you can add that to soups. If you're making scrambled eggs, you can scoop of it. put it in scrambled eggs. You can put it in whatever you want to add it to. I like to make it in soup. I can't taste it. It's not gritty. And I eat my soup and I got half of my protein in. Didn't do that this morning, totally forgot. But for lunch, I am having soup. So I'm putting this right by where I know I'm going to get a bowl out and put it in there. And that's another thing. I measure like crazy. You have to measure your food and make sure you're sticking to the appropriate amount you're supposed to have. Now me, when you have the surgery, they tell you got to take 30 minutes to eat. That gives you enough time between bites to let it go down and sit, and you can tell if you're full or if you still have room. A lot of liquids, it's just, they call it a slider because if you're doing like soup that's got no chunks in it, just like the broth, it's just going to slurp right through your system. So I like soups, but I don't just do soups with broth now. I'm doing soups, normal soups that I'm allowed to have, and you have to look for certain things. You can't just go to the store and buy whatever soup. You have to have low fat. I do low calorie soups. I love Progresso's soups that are like low sodium, low fat, and they have some protein in it already. And then I add that protein to give it extra protein. So dinner time, whatever I might have, I try to add more of that depending on what we're having. But I also have to be careful with not, doing too much of things. That's been my issue is, you think you're a little bit full, but you still want to savor that last bite, and then you just like, what? So, but it's not just that. It's not that I'm overeating. I'm eating too fast. And I have to remember to not do that. It's a learning process. I'm not perfect. I'm sure a lot of people have been there. I mentioned this on my support team, and they're like, yeah, you get in a hurry and you forget. For a second, you forget that you had this surgery and you're out with family, and I have my kids and we're supposed to be somewhere, and I'm shoveling it in, trying to get out the door. And then I'm like, well, great. Now I'm going to throw up, and where am I going to throw up at? We're not at home. So I try to be very careful when we're out and about because I hate getting sick out in public. I don't want to get dumping syndrome out in public because then that just ruins everybody's day, especially mine. And so far that has not happened, thank God. Traveling with food is very difficult. I'm not a big eater, obviously, so a lot of my foods are like snacking. I love fruit. I've been changing a lot of the ways I eat. I try to eat a lot of fruit and veggies that I can. Have to take off skin of anything and cut them up really good. Seeds cannot be in there. So it takes me a while to prep any food that I'm allowed to have because you want to make sure you're not putting things in that can cause you an issue. And yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But what did I cover? I covered the sickness and my weight. So all that's been going okay. Yeah. Oh, my hair. My hair has not been falling out. I was so worried about that. I found out some people, they do, I guess, because of vitamin deficiency. Your body is kind of like in starvation. So I guess people just lose hair. And thankfully, with all my other issues, that hasn't happened. Now, I've heard that can happen a few months out. But, my surgery was in April. It's June. It's been a couple months. June 18th will be a couple months since I've had surgery, and I haven't seen that happen. And I pray to God that doesn't happen because my hair's already really short. I shaved my head over a year ago, close to 2 years, and I've let it grow in, and I'm naturally really curly, so my hair grows out and not down. So it takes my hair a long time. This part is longer than everything else because when I shaved my head, I kept the top part of my hair and then shaved everything else off. So that's why this is longer, giving it to look like I have just a bob haircut, but it's not. Anyway, I can tell that this video is not going to be short because it's already 15 minutes long. But that's just what happens when I talk. So I hope you guys enjoy this little check-in video. I didn't plan on it being a 15-minute video, but it's been a while since I posted a video. I will try and do another video in the next couple days, maybe few days. I want to show you guys the items that I got from my FabFitFun box. So tune in and we will do, don't want to say an unboxing because I already unboxed it, but we'll do a haul. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to get off here and figure out what soup I'm going to have for lunch. And don't forget, I will link my sister's Facebook page for her cup below. So I will talk to you guys later and see you next time. Bye.